Derivatives are the financial instruments whose value is derived from the underlying asset. Yes, our today's topic is derivative. In this video, we will discuss options. Good morning, everyone. This is my second video on derivatives. In my previous video, we had already discussed the concept of derivatives and what do you mean by forwards, futures and swaps. And the fourth derivative is option that we are going to discuss today. So, first of all, I would like to make you all clear that what is derivative in brief. For detailed study, you can check the link in the description box, and it is very important to first go through that video before watching this video. So your concept will be more clear. So what are derivatives? Derivatives are the financial instruments whose value is derived from the underlying asset. That underlying asset can be bonds, debentures, equities, commodities, forex or any other asset. If person A and person B, when they make contract with the stock exchange regarding the buy and sell of the shares on the future date at the predetermined prices, then that contract is called derivative and the underlying asset will be that particular share that he wants to buy or sell in the future. The major financial derivatives are forwards, futures, option and swap. So let's discuss options. Options are the financial derivatives that gives option buyer or holder the right but not the obligation to buy or sell an underlying asset at a predetermined price. That predetermined price is called exercise price or strike price. I will explain you the full concept with the help of example. Now, what is option premium? That buyer will give some money in advance to the stock exchange. That money is called premium. Option premium. This option premium is transferred to the option seller by the stock exchange. In option trading, there are two parties. One is option buyer or holder, and the second one is option seller or writer. Now, who is option buyer and who is option seller? To better understand the concept of option trading, let us consider there are two persons, person A and person B. Person A is called option buyer and person B is the option seller. Say person A wants to buy the shares of company A at rupees 500. But he is having the doubt that the prices of the shares will get increase or decrease in the future and this will cause the gain or loss to that person. Now, what he will do? He will sign the contract with the stock exchange that on 10th January I will buy this share at rupees 500 from you. But if the prices will go down, then what will happen? Then stock exchange said that yes, you are an option buyer, so you have a right but not obligation. So if the prices will go down, then you do not buy that share. Okay, then person A is very happy and this contract is called option contract. But person A has to give some money to the stock exchange. That particular money is called premium that option buyer has to pay to the stock exchange. And this premium is transferred to the person B. Person B is the option seller. The person B said to the stock exchange that yes, whenever person A will come to buy the share, I will sell the shares to you. So he is a seller. and he has the obligation whether the prices are increased or decreased. He has to bear the loss and the gain, and he has the obligation that compulsorily he has to buy or sell that particular share on the 10th January when person A will come to the stock exchange to buy that share. But stock exchange wants some security amount from the option B, from the person B. Why? Because in case if person B will not come, then what will happen? How stock exchange will manage to give that share to the person A? So person B gives security amount to the stock exchange. That security amount is called margin money. So person B will give the margin money to the stock exchange so that stock exchange can buy the share from the market or sell the share from the market and give it to the person A. This is called option. Options are of two types. One option is put option and the second option is the call option. When option holder has the right to buy, then it is called call option. When the option holder has the right to sell, then it is called put option. We will discuss both the options in detail. Let's see call option first. What is call option? Call option is exercised when we think that the prices of the shares are increasing, and this contract will give the right to the buyer or the holder that he can buy the asset at a predetermined price on a specific date. This predetermined price is called exercise price or strike price. And it is also noted that the holder has the option and can choose not to buy the asset. Why? Because he has the right but not the obligation. Call option holder has to exercise his option only when the market prices of the assets are greater than the exercise price. Otherwise, he will buy directly from the market at the lower price. The call option should increase in value with the increase in the asset price. This is called call option. Now, what is put option? Put option is exercised when we know that share prices are decreasing. A put option gives the holder the right to sell the asset at a specified price called predetermined price on a specific date. It will make sense for the put holder to exercise his option only when the exercise price is greater than the market price. Here I had written put option is exercised only when the exercise price is greater than the market price. Otherwise, he will be in the loss. So, the put option should decrease in the value with the increase in the asset price. So, the put option is the right to sell the asset. Hence, it decreases in value if the price of the asset will increase. So, this is called the put option. I hope now that it is clear to everyone what are options and what are the two different types of option. If you are new to this channel, kindly like, share and subscribe this channel and press the bell icon so that you will get the notification of the further videos. Thank you for today.